morning, and this is the Today Show with your host, me, Joshua, and my co-host, Eduardo, which is not here at the moment.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. I'm kind of my motorcycle.
It's alright, it's okay. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Bill Clinton. Alright, so on Bill Clinton today we're going to talk about his biography. Off to Oscar.
William Jefferson Clinton spent the first 6 years of his life in Hope, Arkansas, where he was born on August 19, 1946. Raised in the home of his grandmother, Edith Cassidy, Bill's early years were dominated by two strong women who often competed for his attention. It was during those periods that his grandmother had a temperamental and a strong-willed disciplinarian, tried to shape her grandson's character and taught him to be a very early reader. An education for leadership. Hot Springs High School, although a segregated all-white school, stood heads above most public schools in Arkansas. School principal Joni May McKay, another strong woman in Clinton's life, recruited staff committed to producing leaders who thought of personal success in terms of public servants. Clinton became her brightest co-touch. Upon graduation from high school in 1964, Clinton left Little Rock to attend Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. An international affairs major, he managed to cover his expenses through scholarships and by working part-time jobs. He won the presidency of his freshman and sophomore classes. In his junior year, Clinton ran for president of the college council, but lost in a stunning defeat. In attempting to please everybody, Clinton had miscalculated. He looked too political to his peers, and they elected his lesser-known opponent, scholar and Benaman draftee. Just prior to his graduation from Georgetown, he won a prize Rhodes Scholarship to study at Oxford University in England for 2 years. However, he faced being drafted for the Vietnam War due to a change in federal policy that eliminated almost all of the college deferments. His local draft board in Arkansas, however, allowed him to sail for England. While in England, Clinton received his draft notice, and he then returned to Arkansas and with the help of Fulbright's office and that the Governor Winthrop Rockefeller managed to persuade the admission staff and the reserve officers training program at the University of Arkansas Law School to accept him the next fall. Law, politics, and marriage. In 1970, Clinton entered Yale Law School, earning his degree in 1973 and meeting his future wife Hillary Rodham, who he married in 1975. During his period, he also worked on the 1970 U.S. Senate campaign of Joe Duffy, Connecticut. And towards the end of his studies, he managed the Texas campaign of Democrat presidential nominee George McGovern, who lost Texas in the Nixon's landslide. Clinton threw himself in the politics, running for a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives against incumbent Republican John Paul Hammerschmidt. Although Clinton lost this in 1974 race, it was also the closest election for Hammerschmidt in his 26 years in Congress, marking Clinton as a rising political star.
Thank you, Oscar. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Matthew with Bill Clinton's earned income tax.
Income tax credit is a refundable tax credit for people who make low to moderate home income for themselves and their families. Each income tax varies on whether or not a person has children. It also varies on how old an individual is. The EIC, or Earned Income Tax Credit, has been expanded in 1993 and 2001. A person who is qualified to get earned income tax must be at least the age of 18. To claim earned income tax credit, you must be a United States citizen and cannot have an investment income of $300,300.
What if I have more than that?
It's all right.
Okay,
Thank you, Matt. Now this portion of the show is brought to you by Twizzlers.
Wherever your summer takes you, twist the ride. with Twizzlers, the twist you can't resist.
Keep on. That was great coverage on the income tax. That was really well. Now we're going to go over to our reporter Pierre over here on NAFTA, the organization of North American Free Trade Agreement between Mexico, America, and Canada. Now let's see, Pierre, how is your topic on?
Good afternoon, Josh. And my topic was on the NAFTA, and which was a free trade deal that started on January 1994. Signed by the U.S. President Bill Clinton, Mexican President Carlos Salinas, and Canadian Prime Minister John Crichton. The main agreement to eliminate most tariffs on products trades among the United States, Mexico, and Canada. The terms of the agreement called for the tariffs to be taken out slowly over time. The deal took out import tariffs in several industries. Tariffs were also reduced on items like textiles and automobiles.
What are tariffs?
And the NAFTA helped boost the intra-regional trade between Canada, Mexico, and the United States,
That's really interesting.
but has fallen short on generating the jobs and deeper regional economics integration. The U.S. manufacturers created supply chains across North America that have made the companies more competitive. And thank you, Josh. That was NAFTA.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. It's your turn. Go ahead.
Welfare reform, also known as a
Hey, Mom, on TV.
security.
That's grocery. It's grocery. Oh my God.
Will you?
Don't mind them. Don't mind them. That was just very kids. Yeah, we're done with that. Continue.
Okay. Welfare reform, also known as a Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996, is a United States federal law considered to be a fundamental shift in both the method and goal of federal cash assistance to the poor. The bill added a workforce development component to welfare legislation, encouraging employment among the poor. Clinton had to work with the Republican Congress in order to pass the welfare reform bill. The bill had an ended guarantee of aid to needy families. He had three main ideas: food stamps, child care, and Medicaid. Food stamps were guaranteed that the poor would have food, but it is issued by the government only to those who are of low income. Child care. Can I talk? Okay. Child care is the care of children by a daycare center, babysitter, or other provider while parents are working. Clinton did this to help families buy diapers, clothing, medicine, and school supplies for their children. And lastly, Medicaid is to provide medical care for the disabled and poor children.
Makes sense.
I'm done.
We're live.
You guys want to?
Live.
Oh, Ron? Oh. Thank you, Melanie. Now on to our final report, Eduardo Martinez, if you're a friend of mine. I know if we look back at it. Not this guy, we're talking about that guy over there. He's going to be talking on the impeachment of Bill Clinton for the allegations of his affair in office and lying under oath as president. Now, Eduardo, on tomorrow with you.
Bill Clinton, the 42nd President of the United States, was impeached by the House of Representatives on two charges. One of perjury and one of obstruction of justice on December 1998. Linda Tripp provided Starr with taped phone conversations in which Monica Lewinsky discussed having sexual relations with Clinton. Starr obtained further evidence of Clinton's affair by seizing the computer hard drive and email records of Monica Lewinsky. Based on his conflict, Starr concluded that Clinton had committed perjury. He submitted his feelings to Congress.
That's my fight!
Star reporter and electronically posted the report of the incident. After rumors of the scandal reached the news, stated, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Months later, Clinton admitted that his relations with Lewinsky was wrong and not appropriate. Since Ken Starr had already completed an investigation, the House committee conducted no investigation of its own into Clinton's allied wrongdoing, and it held no serious impeachment-related hearings before 1998 midterm elections. Nevertheless, impeachment was one of the major issues in the election. Upon the passage of H.Res. 611, Clinton was impeached on December 19, 1998 by the House of Representatives on grounds of pre-jury to a grand jury and obstruction of justice. 2 other articles of impeachment failed, a second count of pre-jury in Jones' case, and 1 accusing Clinton of abuse of power. Clinton then became known as the second U.S. president to be impeached, following after Andrew Johnson, 1868. Yeah. 100% true.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. This is the Today Show. We'll be back with you next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Technical difficulties.
God!
I'm having a blast with
I'm recording.
During those periods that his grandmother had a temperamental and a strong will, this
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
William Jefferson
Are you serious? For presidency? Right now. Can't say presidency?
Ready? Go on.
Wait.
Welfare reform, also known as the person.
I'm on TV.
Security!
Oh my God!
What was that?
here with that riveting treadmill. And now here we have Melanie on Bill Clinton's welfare reform and the ambiguous results.
I'm on TV.
What is this again? Thank you, Oscar, for that wonderful words, Oscar. Here I present to you Mr. Matthew, introducing and talking about Bill Clinton's income tax. Hope you know it's the greatest U.S. anti-poverty tool in history. To you, Matt. I forget. We are here with Oscar right now. No, thank you, Oscar, for introducing that wonderful article. We now present Mr. Matthew, over to my right, introducing and explaining Bill Clinton's earned income tax. What we know as the greatest anti-poverty tool in U.S. history. On to you, Matt. What? Thank you, Kevin, for that wonderful announcement.
Bad, start over. You gotta say Oscar.